Okay, welcome back to this is video number 35. We are rounding out the course at this point. A few more and then we are done. So this one's all about the mail, how to use the mail, etc. Very important. This is probably these last few videos are some of the most important ones. But I wanted to wait because these are kind of complicated and require a lot of the understanding of all the previous points to really totally understand this. I do, like I said before in this course, I think it's a really, 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 really strongly recommend. There are some really, really important points at these last few videos that I couldn't really take and put at the beginning of the course. It just wouldn't have worked very well. I do think this course should be gone through 2 times. Obviously, if you need to take a big break in between the first time you do it and the second time you do it, kind of live your life a little bit, take a look at some things, kind of shake all the cobwebs out of your head because you're kind of sucking way out of the matrix on all of this. Go ahead and do that. And then at some point, maybe in like a month or maybe in a couple of weeks or right away, go through this entire course again a second time. This video and the contracts video and the ending video and stuff like that, it's going to make the second time through completely different, especially the contracts video specifically. So definitely strongly recommend 2 times through the course at least. And I think that will be the best for you. So with that said, let's talk about the mail. Like Steve from Blue's Clues, right? Here's the mail, it never fails. Makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail. But I'll wager you know very little about the mail. So let's do a deep dive. There are actually 2 different postal offices. There is the USPS and the USPO. The USPS is a corporation, and the USPO is the original de jure mail facility. Just like everything else. There's 2 governments. There's 2 fucking states. There's 2 fucking this. There's 2 fucking everything. There's 2 fucking post offices, okay? Registered mail is actually sent by the USPO, which is the de jure mail. Whereas certified mail is sent by the USPS, which is the de facto mail. What this means is registered mail is sent by the true American government of the Republic. So when you're serving documents and stuff like that, you want to send it through, and we're going to get into all that, you want to send it through the actual government, the de jure. Whereas other types of mail are sent by a corporate arm of United States, which means District of Columbia, which I know is shocking. I know we haven't gone over that point at all yet. United States. So let's move on to contracts. When someone is sent registered mail with adult signature required, once it is sent, the receiver is actually contracting to whatever is in the envelope when they sign for it. I know this is shocking if you've never heard about this. So I do intend on putting the first conditional acceptance breakdown after the conditional acceptance course video. So it's going to be kind of random because it's going to be the course video and then it's going to be the conditional acceptance video, which I shot before I started the whole course to begin with, and then boom, it'll be the next video on the course. In that conditional acceptance breakdown video, I break down the common law contract when someone signs for mail, okay? But what we're going to do right now is we're going to talk about the 3811 form, which is this form right here. You get these from the post office. I have a whole bunch right here in this drawer. So what you're going to do is you're going to get yourself a bunch of these. The 3811s, they're free. You take them home. You're going to get yourself a bunch of these, which is the certified mail receipt, and it has your little code at the end of it here that you're going to need to use. Get a bunch of those, and you get a bunch of these, which they come right now. They might change it later, but they come in like these kind of rolls, and they just tear them off, and they're just stickers. It's a bunch of stickers on a roll, okay? So everyone uses certified mail for all their stuff. Like when they serve documents and stuff like that, they actually use certified mail, like a lot of lawyers and credit card or credit collection agencies and stuff like that. They actually legally shouldn't be using certified mail. They use certified mail because they are de facto and they're mailing the certified receipt to your trust name. So it's de facto to de facto, and that's why they use certified mail. But what you should be using when you serve people documentation is you should be using registered mail, okay? I didn't do that in my very, very first conditional acceptance because I didn't fully understand that at that time. The second conditional acceptance, the one that I sent to American Express, is like 50 times better than the first one that I did. So if for some reason I don't wind up putting the American Express one in this course, you know, even if it fails, which it looks like it's going to be fine because they have, I think, 6 more days. It's July 1st. They have 6 more days before it hits the discharge point. So we'll see. I'll probably be putting up a video of some sort, okay? So the way that you do return receipt requested is that you can actually, so what you do is you see these little things here. Let me see if I can zoom in. Oh my God, it's so annoying. So annoying. So if you look really closely, this first one here, it says adult signature. You're going to check that box. And then it says registered mail right here, I believe. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Here, this one's better. Bro, like literally the fact that I can't fucking see this shit is so fucking annoying. Oh my God. Oh my God, yes. Okay. So on the bottom right, you have here adult signature. You're going to check that one. And then if you're sending it certified mail, which if you're going to be sending it for like witnesses and stuff like that, you're going to send it certified mail. But if you're sending it to the actual original person that you're serving the documentation to, you would check adult signature. You would check registered mail TM. And you would also check signature confirmation TM. Now what that means is you're going to actually physically get this actual green piece of paper back with the signature right here on this line. Like the actual physical signature of the person will be on this line, and you will actually get this exact original piece of paper with the original signature on it mailed back to your location. So you're actually going to get this piece of paper back with the signature proving it's basically a legal document at that point, and it proves that they had received the documentation. This is called the 3811, okay? This is how you break down what services that you want. Now, this is the certified mail. So if you're going to be using certified mail, you would take this little code and put it on here, right? And if it's registered, you would take this as your tracking code, and you would put this RE numbers and then US at the end, and you would put that on the 3811. Okay, so you get a bunch of these, you take them home, and then you can put the different tracking numbers and certified mail numbers or registered mail numbers onto your documents, and then you can mail them out, and you use the 3811 to mail them out. It's a little bit confusing, but this is kind of something that it's not really something you need to know a whole lot about. You just need to go and do it, and you do it once or twice, and you'll have it all figured out. It's really not that complicated. I just wish someone would have showed me just at least a little tiny bit about it, because I was like completely in the dark when I started doing all this. I didn't have a fucking clue. I didn't even know what any of this shit looked like or anything. So now that I actually know about it, I think just bringing the basics to your awareness is a huge jump in the right direction. And then from there, just doing it once or twice, you'll have it nailed. Trust me, it's very easy. People believe that certified mail is the same as registered. It's actually not at all. With lawyers and debt collectors, they send certified mail. They think it's the same rule. It's not. The common law contract rule, which you'll see in the conditional acceptance breakdown video. You can reject certified or registered mail, as you should. Otherwise, you are contracting with them and agreeing to what is inside the envelope. This is the secret to sending conditional acceptances. It breaks down like this. You are sent a presentment, let's say a bill. You conditionally accept their presentment and create new conditions. You're altering the contract. This is called a novation. That's the technical legal term for changing the contract. Like every time you're using Facebook and it says like new terms and conditions, or every time you're using an app and it says, do you agree to the new terms and conditions? And you click yes, that's a novation. They're changing the terms and conditions and then sending them to you for your acceptance. Okay. So you're creating a novation, you send it back with a conditional acceptance, and you make them sign for it registered mail or certified because they believe it's the same rule. You should just send it registered. Now they have agreed by signing to accept it to the new contract you have written despite not having read it. You basically rewrite the contract and they have no choice but to accept the adjusted contract that you wrote. And this is how you control people using the mail. You can always send things back as well if you want to. After you open it, you have 72 hours to send back anything and refuse to contract. Just write no contract, rejected, or refusal contract, cease and desist, or any other variation of rejection. Another thing is that when someone mails something to you and it has your all caps name on it, you can simply send it back as person doesn't live here, person lives in Puerto Rico. You don't even need to put person lives in Puerto Rico. You can just put person doesn't live here. Not this location, person not here, whatever. Or you can be a smart ass, whatever you want to do. Your trust is located in Puerto Rico, so you just had them direct the mail there. You can say that person doesn't live here, or any other variation of rejecting the mail on the grounds of the fact that your trust does not reside there, because it doesn't. This is also called the de-rhymer process. De-rhymer, if you ever hear that, or if you ever see that word anywhere, it's actually two words. I think it's D-E space R-E-I-M-E-R. The de-rhymer process just means, it's not my name, that's not me. Sent back to sender. I don't know what this is. This could be mail fraud. I don't know what this is. Just send it back. The abbreviated state and zip codes are actually trademarked, and this is how the federal government gets jurisdiction over you and puts you into a federal zone. What you do is put CO, we've already gone over this, which means in care of, before your address to indicate that you do not actually live there. You just receive mail there. By putting the abbreviated zip and state, place yourself into a federal zone. This is not good. This is how they get jurisdiction over you. You can use the four corners rule, which is the brackets around the zip code if you really need to, which we've already gone over. You can also get a P.O. box. P.O. boxes meaning, obviously, I don't live here. I just received mail here. It's just natural at that point. Then you don't need to worry about four corners rule or anything. You just put your normal P.O. box. You always spell out your state in full. Do not use a two-letter abbreviation. Don't use a zip. You don't even need to use it a lot of times. You just avoid it or put brackets around it. Anytime you put you forget the CO and you put everything on there and you put the zip code on there and the abbreviated state, it's proof that you are residing in the District of Columbia. So that's kind of how that works, right? Registered mail is for human-to-human interaction. So when you write and notarize a piece of paper and send it registered mail, or you send it a conditional acceptance in, you want to send it to the CEO as an individual human being. So you can write it to them in their human name, which is first name hyphen middle name colon last name. Then in the conditional acceptance, you want to demand that an individual human being handle and address each individual part of your conditional acceptance and notarize it and return it. This is the exact and technical way this process works, but they simply won't or can't. So you rewrite any contract that you receive and mail it back, and they are fucked and have no choice but to accept the novation. You can write it literally any way you want. You hold all the power in your hand to be able to put your autograph on paper in the form of an affidavit and create a novation out of thin air that they basically have to accept. The only way any bill or lawsuit can hold is by you failing to rewrite the contract by conditionally accepting it and then sending it back with registered mail signature required. I could literally buy a mailing list and send entirely fraudulent bills to all the people in the area registered mail, then collect up all the signatures, and if the people never reject or conditionally accept, the bills become truth and law as long as they're affidavits after 30 days or whatever, and I can now pursue collections with these people that I never even met in my entire life. That's the way law works, okay? I'm just showing you how stupid it is, right? Again, as I have been talking throughout this entire theory write-up, don't sign a goddamn thing anywhere for any fucking reason at all without checking out what you are signing. If for some reason you can't figure out what you are signing, simply reject it. You are being constantly tricked into contracting into things you don't understand. This is the parasitic way in which criminals tap into your power and steal it. Again, you're the sovereign. They steal your credit. They steal your votes. They steal everything. Vampire personalities, right? Another trick is witnesses. This is going to blow your mind. When you send a conditional acceptance, you can also send certified or registered copies to the attorney generals of the state and also the federal attorney general for the United States, which you will see in the breakdown of my conditional acceptance videos. By doing this, they sign for the parcel, and thus by signing for the parcel, they agree to that they are witnessing the contract. This is so powerful because it corners the original presenter into agreeing with your novation, because all these powerful people have witnessed the fact that you've served this document on them. In fact, if there ever was a lawsuit, you can call the attorney generals in as witnesses to testify that and they have to, because they are public servants. They're the trustees. For them to fail to do this is trust fraud, because you're the beneficiary. The mail is amazing. Humans are always senior to corporations. Only humans can autograph affidavits. Humans inside of corporations have to stick their neck out to sign affidavits for their company, make it so fucking dangerous for them to stick out their neck that no one in the company would ever dare affix their signature to an affidavit, and you become a king or queen, and literally anything you say becomes truth in law. Bills disappear, lawsuits fall apart, even criminal cases fold with no effort. You are in control. Like I said before, you are the sovereign. You are the king. You are the queen. You just didn't know it yet. So with that said, that's it for the mail. Video number 35. I will see you guys at video number 36. Goodbye.